Today, what was the top business scandal of the last 12 months? Welcome to the Fast Five by Fear and Greed. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Morning, Michael.
And good morning, Adam Lang.
Good morning, Michael.
All right, in the next 5 minutes, we are each going to put forward what we think was the biggest scandal with a bit of a business flavour from the last 12 months. And at the end, we are going to decide on a winner. Sean, why don't you kick us off?
I will, but to be honest, it's kind of the last 14 months, but I'll tell you why we can include it in the last 12 months. It's all about Australia Post and Christine Holgate, the former CEO, being forced out of the national icon. It all began in late 2020 when it emerged that Christine Holgate, the boss of Australia Post, had given 4 Cartier watches to senior staff. Now, they were valued at $20,000 in total. The Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, in Parliament said it was outrageous. That was a scandal enough, but an inquiry was held into it, and why this fits into 2021 is the fact that the inquiry found this year that Australia Post had given tens of millions of dollars in bonuses over the years, far more than the $20,000 in Cartier watches. No one had called them out on that. Now, Miss Holgate's health had suffered as a result of the PM's criticism. In the end, the Prime Minister looked silly. Christine Holgate ended up getting a new job and $1 million payout from Aussie Post. I just think it was the biggest scandal of the year, and admittedly it's 14 months, because over that period, it just showed how government shouldn't put their nose into business at times, and when they do, how wrong they can be. That's mine.
Yeah, look, I think that is a very good story, and it was so messy, and it was really just ugly all around. Unfortunately, you are disqualified on the technicality of it having started the previous year, but it was still a good story.
Okay. What's yours, Michael?
Mine is, it's hard to go past this one because it is so big. Bill and Melinda Gates splitting up. And with that, Fear and Greed has officially gone tabloid. I think it makes the list because of the money involved in this particular one, because the Microsoft founder is worth somewhere in the range of 130 to 150 billion US dollars. It obviously varies depending on the day of the week. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is really kind of what gives this story a bit of extra weight. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has spent around 55 billion US dollars so far fighting disease, poverty, and inequality around the world. And together they've been really, really important and really influential in encouraging more super wealthy people to donate huge chunks of their fortune. So it was really big news when back in May they announced their split. They had been married for 27 years, but the story has continued well past that time because of revelations of Bill's previous relationships with a Microsoft employee, which led to protest votes at Microsoft over the handling of sexual harassment claims. So that story really has everything. You've got billions of dollars. You've got a massive foundation that is doing really good work right around the world. And then you've got the ongoing impact on one of the biggest companies in the world and the way that it handles sexual harassment. So I think that's the biggest scandal with a business touch from the last 12 months.
Okay, so I've been disqualified. You're talking about a couple of people overseas getting divorced. Adam, I hope you've got a good one.
I do. And look, it should, from that basis, sound easy, but I'm sure it's not going to be an easy competition. Mine is about Parliament House. So at Parliament House, not only is it an emblem for the nation and internationally, 5,000 people work there, and they should be going to work in a place that shows the very best of our leadership, the best of business. But unfortunately, and exposed by horrible rape allegations by Brittany Higgins, that she was raped in a ministerial office, Sex Discrimination Commissioner Kate Jenkins was tasked with a Human Rights Commission report and an independent review into the Commonwealth Parliament workplace. The Set the Standard report came out at the end of 2021, and what it revealed is that 1 in 3 Parliament staffers say they have been sexually harassed. And if you include bullying, that's 1 in 2. And that is just damning. So that report rightfully recommends a range of fixes, but some of them are so astounding that you can barely believe they haven't been addressed a generation ago. For a Parliament House to aspire to set a standard of leadership that's so high and delivered a standard of employment so low and caused so much harm as they have is the biggest scandal of the last 12 months.
I concede.
Yeah, you know what, Adam? I reckon even if Sean hadn't been disqualified, you would have won that one, because that is a really big story and it's going to have some pretty big repercussions for months and years to come, I would say.
Yeah, let's hope the win is that things get markedly better quickly.
Yeah, absolutely right. Thank you very much, Adam.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Michael.
That's it for today. Make sure you hit follow or subscribe on the podcast so that you get the next episode automatically in your playlist. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was The Fast Five by Fear and Greed.